Ah.
Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down?
Why do I feel so blue?
Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue?
Yo, what up? What up? I saw you earlier. Oh, I can do all kind of things on this. Look at it. Hey. What up? I am here. Let me try to bring y'all so I can see you. What's up, Kev? What's up, Rahesh? I'm getting ready to jump in the pool, man. I came out here to pool. I got the roster here and answer any questions y'all got before the game. And I'm gonna go over all these numbers. I'm gonna go down this roster and I'm gonna see what numbers reminded me of what I saw out there so far. I'm excited for this season too, man. No, this is actually this is Restream that's doing this. I never used the Restream stuff. Let me hide it. I never used the Restream stuff. I always just go straight through my thing, but this is pretty cool. It's only 1080 60p though. I mean, who does that? What's good? I can't see too well because of the sun. Let me see if I can brighten this up. Oh yeah, that's better. What's the update on our running backs? Good question. Okay, now everybody's looking good. I think I said in the post game video, Ronald Jones, he's been looking pretty good. And the day he got suspended, he was beastly out there. He was catching things, doing things, or whatever. Tony Pollard's on a pitch count, so Tony Pollard's not out there that much or whatever. So we're getting to see a lot of the other guys. And even my boy Rico from Gaffney is playing well. So I don't see any slippage in running backs. And with the running backs, and Deuce is going to have to work, which I like. I wouldn't like it if Deuce was just our de facto backup running back by any means. He's got to beat Malik Davis and beat Rico out. And that's not going to be easy because both of those two are not. They're playing great. So we will see what Deuce really is and where he signs up with all of those guys. I should have said that. Where Deuce signs up with all those guys, and this thing is too loud. Can't even hear myself think. There we go. I can't hear it at all. There we go. So Deuce is going to have his issues trying to get that backup running back spot, which I love. And my boy Hunter Lupke, he's getting reps. So that's all I care about right now. He was an undrafted free agent, so I'm good with it right now. But I want to see Hunter Lupke down at the goal line to see if he can punch it in on NFL talent. No more Z. How's the fullback? Brahesh says, how does the fullback look? Hadn't heard from much. He looks good, man. I didn't mean to hit that one. He looks good. My camera is on Luke. Every time Luke makes a move, my camera is on him because he's a difference maker. If he's actually a player, then we have something. Man, I hope they figure that Jonathan Taylor thing out, Kev. I really do. I'm planning on having fun watching the Colts this year. Oh, Isaac is doing well. I just don't know. I don't know. Hank he's got to beat out Bo, I guess, because he's not gonna be out Hank. Hank made an awesome play at the end of practice, so he's not gonna beat out poor Isaac. Isaac was out there. He's out there after practice. I think Law Nation showed a picture of him working out after the practice was over and everything. So, he's given everything he got, and that's why he's been here so long, because Isaac's been here a long time. Jabril Cox is looking good. I don't really have a problem with Cox. I think the injury was his only issue. I got it from training camp one year. It was had the biggest things. I needed it for coverage. I'm still burned a little bit. I'm peeling now. If you can see, well, you can't see it, but I'm peeling now. You know, you feel your skin, and your skin is like rough. You know, I like that smooth skin. I like my skin to be all smooth and stuff. Now it's all rough and things and just peeling and stuff from the sun. Man, I feel for you people who have to deal with this. Am I going to any games this year? I don't know. I might. It depends on if somebody asks me to come to Dallas. I might come. I'll say if somebody say, "Man, you should come to blah 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 because we are doing blah blah blah." I'll be like, "Okay," so I might. But the problem is, Brahesh, I'm so invested into live streaming the games that I don't. And to be honest, I don't like to watch the games any other way than live streaming with you. That's the only reason why I love to. That's the best reason, best way to watch the game, in my opinion. Because when I go to Dallas, I end up just looking at the big old jumbotron, at like I'm watching TV, and then I'm not interacting with you guys, and it's just not good. In your opinion, who's the best wide receiver? No, who's the second best wide receiver? Because I mean, the first wide receiver is not a question. Brandon Cooks. I don't know. Gallup made a great play, guys. Did you see when Diggs went off on Dak? That was funny. That was all jokes because they was out there playing. It was all jokes. They was out there playing, but Diggs and Gilmore was getting butthurt because they were getting abused out there. I got it. I might come on not tonight, and after I get in the pool and stuff, I might come on tonight and show you some of those clips. But Gallup made a catch on the sidelines on Gilmore that was just crazy, and he tried to give Gilmore the ball, and Gilmore didn't. I mean, tried to shake Gilmore's hand afterwards, and Gilmore was mad. He was highly upset. So, I'm online, live streaming, sir. You're in your pajamas. That's Doc. We gotta work on those routes today. We're gonna be throwing some routes today because they're gonna be catching passes in flag football. Thanks. Here you go. True American. There you go. Yeah, I like Sam Williams. I do. He looks very comfortable out there. He looks like a veteran. That's when players start to feel comfortable and stop looking like a rookie out there. You can tell the rookies. You can tell the young players or whatever. But Sam doesn't look like that no more. He looks like a player that knows what he's supposed to do, and he goes out there and gets it done. Thank you. I love the live stream. Uh-oh. I got to get used to this. I hit it sometimes. Do I think CD is the best wide receiver out there? Oh yeah, CD looks good. CD does not entertain you like Dez entertains you. Dez would just do stupid stuff in practice just for the heck of it. But CD is very good. You can tell his improvement. The kickers, we might have to find another kicker. I don't like either one of them. The second one, Vizcaino, missed 2 33-yarders, and the other guy, he's done well. I can't remember his name, the number one, but we're still gonna have to look for some kickers, man. I'm not feeling comfortable with those guys at all. Oh yeah, folks ran with that with Diggs and Dak, but it was no. I would say it was competition, but Diggs and Gilmore was getting beat up. I mean, I told you it was like 12. I mean, Law told you it was like 12 touchdowns. I mean, every time we were down there, they did a drill from the 2-yard line, and it was all passes. It wasn't runs or whatever. So it was all passes, and it was 12 for 12. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm good, Jimmy. Thank you, thank you. I love this house. Thank you. Doesn't have a man cave for me though. Are you rich? All jokes aside, who's winning the NFC and going to the big game? Again, I think. Let me put the question up there so I get back. I think that there's 3 teams, possibly 4. I'm putting another team in that bracket. I really am. But I think there's 4 teams that really have a chance to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. It is, of course, I'm gonna include my guys. Dallas and Philadelphia are right here. Dallas, whatever Philadelphia was over us last year, they lost when they lost their offensive and defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And they lost some vital players. We lost no one. We lost Kellen Moore. We lost Zeke. I don't know if that sets us backwards. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't set us backwards. It pushes forward. That's why I put us right there with Eagles. But then, of course, the only team that I feel angst with is the San Francisco 49ers. And those are 3. And then there's one more I'm adding. I'm adding the Seattle Seahawks to the fray. They are nasty at wide receiver. They're nasty at running back. They have a quarterback like Hurts and Dak. One that's going to be no nonsense. They're going to run the offense. Going to try to be safe with the ball, all that kind of stuff. He's of the same ilk a little bit. He's not as good as those 2, I don't believe, but he's of the same ilk and can get it done. So those are my 4. Cortez says Micah going. Micah is getting on my nerves. They're gonna have to sit Micah down. I'm sick of him. He's ruining everything out there. He hit Dak a little bit too hard on one play. I mean, he's ruining even the drills. He's ruining because he'll go in there. He's got to be competitive. He got to beat everybody at everything. He goes in there and just starts just like everybody else in the drill. They're focused on doing the drill correctly. Mike is on there trying to beat the crap out of the person he's doing the drill against. He doesn't have a turn down button. He needs a turn down button. So they just got to stop Micah and just let him cheer on the rest of the team. What's up, Law? If you're still here, you got to be here. We've got to do this soon. I got family here. They're I got godson in the room upstairs and another godson in the other guest room. So we're full right now, but let me read it first before I show it. Hi. Hey, Shango, Commanders fan here showing love. Your setup. Thank you, man. I worked hard on that setup. Thank you very much. I've got a lot of work to go as far as graphics and trying to make the live stream more fun, interactive. Try to get some polls going. A lot of stuff to keep us entertained, especially because I think we're going to blow out a lot of teams, so we'll have to time out to entertain ourselves. I think 11. I'm over with 11, I think. No, let's go under with 11. Our schedule isn't the same as last year, Oliver. I'll go with. I want to say just 11 wins. But 12 is definitely. Nah, screw it, Oliver. 12. 12, 12, 12. $100 says Tyrone makes it all season. All right, True American. I like True American says $100. Tyrone makes it all season. I got $100. He makes 4 games. Here go Law. Law, are you going to get a Tesla? He might. You love riding in that one. Just got a Parsons jersey. Nice. How's the running game looking? Right on. Like I said it earlier. The run game is nice right now. It really is. All the running backs look plugged in. They look like they know what they're doing. Ronald Jones looks like the best of the rest right now. I think Malik Davis looks just as good as him, though. You know what I'm saying? And Rico is good too. So, like I said, if Deuce plans on to being our number 2 running back, he's going to have to blow up the preseason. He can now. All it takes is a couple of big runs by Deuce, a couple of sparked runs or whatever that are better than the rest. I can easily see it, but luckily Deuce is going to have to do it. He's not going to get that backup job de facto, which is beautiful. Malik Davis looks great. Cortez says, Dak always chokes in the most important moments. Let me ask you a question, Cortez. Is that you saying that, or is that Stephen A. Smith saying that? Is that you saying that, or is that the media saying that? Because that is exactly what they're saying. And you're like repeating. It's like you're like repeating exactly what they said. And what you're saying doesn't make sense because it's an 11-man game. And in those big games, one player against big teams and big games, one player can't do it. Against the San Francisco 49er defense, you think one player can, no, it takes a team. And when we were left with CeeDee Lamb and Dak only, when Pollard went out, when we were left with CeeDee Lamb and Dak only against the best defense in the NFC, you gonna say a choke job? That ain't nothing but the main media talking, getting clicks and getting money. Because it's not a choke job. Did you expect the Dallas Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl when we let Amari Cooper go away for nothing? Did you say, Amari Cooper's gone, we're going to the Super Bowl? Then yes, if that's what you thought, then yes, Dak choked because he didn't do what you thought he was going to do. But no, you didn't think we were going to the Super Bowl, and I didn't either. None of us thought Dallas was going to the Super Bowl last year. But at the end of the season, they made you think that we were the best team in the league, and Dak choked for them to sell what they were saying. So I will take these Dak arguments all the time, but when you say Dak chokes in big games, you're doing nothing but saying the same thing as they say on TV to sell stuff. It has no substance. It doesn't make any sense in the first place. Sorry. Don't sleep on the Lions. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully Williams can have a big year. Yeah. I seem to relax going into the season. I like what I see. Guys, you saw my end of season video. If you did see it, go back and look at it. I was angry. I was quite angry because I was disappointed because I knew we could have won and we probably should have won. So all those emotions were right there. But when I calmed down months later, like before the draft months later, after I calmed down, because I was hot for a long period of time, when I calmed down, that's when I made the realization that, wait a minute, last season was an overachievement. Last season was not an underachievement as the media tries to make it out. It was an overachievement. None of us expected us to blow out Tampa Bay and kick Tom Brady like that and go to the divisional round after we got rid of Amari Cooper. And then just a lot of injuries happened at the end of the thing that determined a lot of stuff. The injury to Pollard determined our game. If Pollard didn't get hurt, who knows? Who knows? If Philadelphia had to play the same San Francisco team that we had to play, which they didn't. If they had to play Brock Purdy, not taking away anything away from Philadelphia because they took Purdy out. We didn't. But the fact still remained, they played San Francisco with Josh Johnson. So it does not elevate them any better than what they was before. They just took the number one quarterback out and beat that backup. That was horrible. So, I mean, we're right there in that mix. We have our best player on offense last year. I would probably say Pollard was the best player on offense last year. I would say that when our best player on offense left, we got nothing from Zeke, we got nothing from Schultz, we got nothing from Gallup, we got nothing from Noah Brown, and we got nothing from Malik either. Malik probably gave us the most, so I'll give a little bit to him. The Niners better find a backup quarterback. I know. The center and guard has to keep the pocket clean for Dak. Yep. Micah. He's literally out of control. I'm looking through. What's up, Big? What's up, Best Buy Money? Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't wait for the games too, Cortez. What's up, Clark? I got this is the ultimate man cave right here. It is. It is. This is nice. There's a pool right there. I can just, if I get too heated, I can just dip. Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am, Cassie. I'm doing well. I'm enjoying training camp as much as any training camp I've ever been to. I'm having a great time. Is the season here yet? Not yet, Derek. I'm ready to. I know, right? I'm talking blowout. I can definitely see 12-5, B. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ryan, the schedule is much harder. Let me put your the schedule is much harder with than last year. Last year, us in Philadelphia, we had a pretty easy schedule, and this year is harder. So 12 wins is going to be harder this year, but I think we're a better team this year. What's up, King James? Oh, I can't stand the Niners, James. I can't. Hey, April. I can't wait either. I cannot either. Law needs to get the Cybertruck. I'll talk him into it, Cortez. Put a big star on it. Get the Cybertruck and I mean, they made it in Texas. Allow me to get a big Cybertruck and put a star on it. ESPN talking points, Ryan. Exactly. Get the kids out of the room. Oh, I'll look him up then, King James. Dan Orlowski was on Pat McAfee. Hey, he's trying to get over to the YouTube world. Sorry, Dan. Yeah, put you up there while I'm talking. Yeah, the Jacksonville game, and the Green Bay game are the two games that really I can't get out of my system from last year. I really can't. And it was all coaching. You're absolutely right. Everyone's a Stephen A. Smith. And you notice it's not us. You notice you don't hear that stuff that much here. You'll see one or two people pop up and say those ESPN talking points at this point in the season because the guys, the Cowboy fans that I didn't mean to do airports, air quotes, but the Cowboy fans that respond to the Stephen A. Smiths and the Skip Baylesses and all that kind of stuff, they don't start paying attention until the games are really played or whatever, and then they just check in with the main source media. They don't dig in to the team and find out who everybody is like we are. So they can more easily be manipulated than we can because we know our team. Yeah, so you're right, Ryan. The last season they were saying the Cowboys weren't even going to make the playoffs. I remember that. Stephen. What's up, Chris? Thank you. But what's my Cowboy game day? I don't know. We're gonna have some fun on Cowboys game day, especially versus the Giants. I'm reading all you guys' comments. What's up, Andrew? Throw you up there. The line does not look good. Right, I'm gonna put you up there. What's that, Mindy? Yeah, the line does not look good right now. We need Zach Martin bad. He's the glue. No, I'm not worried about Martin at all. That would be the dumbest thing in probably the history of our organization if we don't sign Zach Martin. I mean, so it has to happen. Zach, hey, look, Jerry, I know you said some tough words, and in the back of my mind, I think you said these words for publicity and for clicks and all this kind of stuff to get the ball rolling. But Jerry, you have zero leverage when it comes to Zach Martin. You have zero leverage. He's a 99 overall Madden player. If he walks in the room and asks for more money, guess what? You got to give him more money. It is what it is. So, yeah, that's what I think about the Zach Martin situation, Cortez. Is the Hall of Fame game tomorrow? What's up, Brent? Yeah, I don't even know who's playing in the Hall of Fame game, April. No. No, I was not able to get this house with the Kendra's feature. My wife bought it for me. Even better, my wife bought it for me. Coaches at Kelvin. Oh, man. Oh, that's he gone. I'm about to cut the grass. Where's my dog? Next. Where's my dog? Did the dog go that way? The dog? No? Did the dog go that way? Okay. He was right here beside me. Maybe he wasn't in the house. New media. Yes, sir, Sugar Daddy. Cooper Kupp left practice with trainers. The Rams, look, man. The Rams and the Cardinals are two teams that we could actually feed off of because they got talent all over that team, and they could get it. Oh, hold on, just a second. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Oh, the black car? Yeah. Right. Oh, so you won't put it on the street because we won't be able to do it. Got it. All right. Thank you very much. We got tree limbs that are just falling for some reason. We got a whole bunch of trees on the property in the front yard. That was just like this big limb that was in the driveway. And in the last like 3 weeks, like 4 big limbs have fallen. So we getting some weight off of it. We get that. Man, you should see them go up in them big trees. They just climb up to them and just start cutting and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing to watch. But they're going to do it next week. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Life goes on out here. Thank you. Thank you, GeAndre. Oh, I'm caught up. I'm caught up on the comments now. Good job. Good stuff. Woo. Are we still live? Okay, let me get this quick. All right, here we go. Shango, which sleeper team you think we should watch out for in the NFC? Good question. Like I said, I already said that we already said the Lions. The Lions going to be sneaky good. I don't think they're Super Bowl quality yet, but the Lions can beat pretty much anybody. Um, I'm interested in Seattle, of course. I'm interested in New Orleans. They might be sneaky good, and Atlanta. If Atlanta can get something out of their defense, um, with Bijan, I hear they have Bijan in every single position on offense except for quarterback. But they're going to use Bijan like crazy, and I'm very interested in Atlanta. Everybody else, I can't see it. I mean, Minnesota possibly, but I don't know what their run game is going to look like without Cook. The Carolina Panthers, no. Bill Jones, what do you say? April Bill Jones and Spags tried to broadcast via cell phone and mics, and you can tell they were uncomfortable. Spags is out there. He's looking old though. He's looking older. Yeah, I just talked about that. That Diggs talking smack to Dak. No, they were. It was completely. They were. Com- you know, have you ever been in a room when dudes are playing like spades or something? We'll call each other anything at any time. I mean, it's like that B word. Like that was what me. I never used the B word to call a female, but I call my boys that all the time, all the time. So no. They were completely having fun out there, and like I said earlier, Diggs and Gilmore were getting ripped to shreds by the receivers. The two I've been calling them out. I've been calling Cooks and Gallup. We need to see a lot from those two, and I need to see those guys beat the big guys. And Cooks is our Cook. No, Gallup did it. Gallup beat Stephon Gilmore pretty nice and made Gilmore mad as well. So Diggs wasn't the only one mad that day. I think this is one of my favorite hats. It's hard to find something to go with it. Yeah, Bijan might have a crazy rookie year because they're gonna utilize him. Yeah, King James. Atlanta. It's not only that they have the talent to run the ball, they have a running philosophy, a real running philosophy. Like I don't think we have a real running philosophy. We have a Schottenheimer, but that running philosophy is different than what we're going to implement. So the philosophy Atlanta's going to have is coming straight from Tennessee. Yeah, no, Mariota is no good, but I'm still iffy on what's I can't think of his name now. I had it and then I just dropped his name. What's his name? The Atlanta quarterback. I'm interested to see how well he can play because if you're a run first team, look, Tannehill even did well with a run first football team. So when you're a quarterback of a run first football team, you don't have to do the same things that Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers has to do. Let me get that. Ritter, thank you. Desmond Ritter. I liked him coming out of the draft. I'm just saying the Vikes because I'm a Southern gentleman. Yes, Chris. I do not believe in the Vikes that much at all. What up, John James? Oh man, your roommate is a big fan. I can't see it with the. I can't see it. I mean, okay, this is what I try to tell people when they expect Bryce Young to do something his rookie year or whatever. Uh, do you think? Look at the weapons. Look at the offensive line. Look at the coach. Look at the wide receivers. Look at the running backs the Carolina Panthers have. Do you think for 1 second Tom Brady would say, "Yeah, I'll play with them"? There's no way, because he knows the percentage that a quarterback has to succeed with those type of weapons and that coach that has failed over and over. Ah, thanks, John. Oh, thanks, L4G. Thank you. Yeah, Michael. Gallup's looking good. And I'm being very critical of Gallup because he did not have a good year and he was one of the culprits. So I'm hard on all the guys. Only person is CD. CD had some mess ups last year too. But I'm hard on all the guys. That's Gallup, that's Ferguson, and that's Hinderdrop. Let me tell you about Hinderdrop. Okay, Dak threw a pass to Hendershot, and he dropped it. And the um the crowd was like, boo, yeah, called him Hinderdrop and whatever. Dak went straight over to Hendershot. Now he didn't yell at him like he did during mini camps, but he came over to him and he was just like, and then Dak turned around and walked away, and then turned back and said some more stuff to Hendershot. Like he got a thought when he was walking away, and turned back around and start talking to Hendershot again, and all that kind of stuff. And the rest of the practice, Hendershot was the best tight end out there. He was catching everything. So that's the leader that you was asking about. That's Dak the leader, and what Diggs and them were doing, that was Diggs is too nice of a guy to be. No, Diggs is cool. He came out. He left, and came back in, and he asked me because we were screaming. He was like, "Man, what I miss? What I miss?" I was like, "Dak." He was like, because they don't like the offense out there. I mean, it's really iron sharpening iron, and that's why sometimes they need like another team for them to hate. But they don't really hate the guys. It's just like you got to beat that guy across from you. I don't like our tight end group at all. Let me throw your question up there. What do you think about our tight end group? I don't like our tight end group at all. I don't. And hopefully we're gonna get Schoonmaker off of the non-football injury list or whatever he was on. We're gonna get him off the list. Hopefully at the end of next week, according to Jerry, or end of this week. So I got to see what Schoonmaker has, but I'm not. Look, I was telling Eagles fan yesterday. The three top teams in the NFC, as I said, Dallas, San Francisco, and and um, and Philadelphia. Philadelphia has two legit number one receivers. They do. They have two legit number one receivers, and they have a top five at least tight end. Okay, so those three targets, the two wide receivers and the tight end, are elite for Philadelphia. Let's go to San Francisco. The two wideouts, they're as good as you can get as well. I mean, they're not the studs like eight. Well, yeah, no. Debo is a stud like A.J. Brown. Both of them are very similar. So they're very similar with them and with Debo and Ayuk. And then you got the tight end who is easily a top 3 tight end in the league. So those 3 targets are elite. And they were number 1 in getting separation last year when the Dallas Cowboys were what? 30th. 30th. One of the top 3 teams in the league. One was number 1. The team that beat us was number 1 in getting separation. And we were 30th in getting separation. So I'm very critical on the guys that could not get separation last year, and very critical on the guys that dropped passes last year, and very critical on the guys that bounced the ball up for interceptions last year. So Gallup was on my list. He didn't run routes well. He didn't come back to the ball a lot. So I'm on him. And he's doing well so far. You never heard of Desmond Riddler? Riddler? What worries me about the offensive line depth are injuries. Yeah, it's got to be Tyron with injuries because our line will be totally different if we have a healthy Tyron. Like somebody said, he betted $100. We're gonna have a healthy Tyron all year. Hope he's right. I got $100 for him quickly if he's right. But that's the number one. If we have a healthy offensive line, Super Bowl. Texas Coast offense, Jar Jar. L4G. I love it. Overshawn is looking good. Yes. I really like him. I'm going to pay more attention to him soon. But yes, I like his build. I like everything about him. He looks the part. He really does. He looks good beside 11. Yeah, the guards and center keep that pocket clean. Dak will cook. What's up, Glenn? How you doing, man? I'm going back to Madden this year. I took 2 years off. I'm going back to Madden, and I'm going to play a thing called Maximum Football too. Now, Maximum Football is coming the Fortnite style, so I'm going to give it a shot. So both of those, Madden is rough. I heard Madden is horrible. So it might be done for Madden. It might be a wrap for Madden. Gallup will get back on the horse this year, I hope. What's up, Eddie Cruz? Thank you. Yeah, Zach Martin's going to play this year. John Jones. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for the okie doke. They're getting clicks. The Zach Martin story is designed to get clicks, and they're doing it. Salute me. Yeah, good for Henry. I like that. Yeah. Gallup, Lamb, Cooks, Dak will have one of the best wide receiver corps in the league this year. Cassie, if we get the Cooks that was in LA, and if we get the pre-injury Gallup, I agree 100%. They love Dak, Eddie. They completely respect Dak. Completely. That was all in fun. Us on the sidelines were laughing at the whole thing. Because like in every and that's like normal, to be honest. Every time, like if there's a pass interference or whatever, Dak could come out yelling, he did it, and they'll come back, shut up, get it back there. It's every time, and it's so much fun because you can tell they're really competitive, but it's all in fun. Yeah, me and my boys were like that with each other all the time. Shut up. That was my number one thing. Thank you. I'll put that up, Chris. Everybody say hit a like. You know what? I'm gonna pay more attention to Fant because he looks like what's the other guy? He's 40. Let me look. Hold on. I got it right here. Let me look at the tight ends. Because Fant is 49. And he physically, he really looks the part. Looking for the tight end. All right, Princeton Fat. 6'2", 250. He's 24 years old. Jake Ferguson's 6'5", though. Seth Green's 47, 6'4". Hendershot's also 6'4". So why I can't? He doesn't look that little to me. Fant doesn't. He doesn't look that much smaller than everybody else. McKinnon 84. Schoonmaker 86. John Stevens Jr. is who I get him mixed up with. So John Stevens Jr. is 49, and he's 6'6". And I'm sorry, that's who I thought Fant was. So I got to take a stronger look at Fant because John Stevens Jr., he's number 49, and he looks tall. He's 6'6", 245 from Louisville. And Fant is 6'2", 250. And number 48. So I got now, thank you. I got 48 because me and Law, we were getting confused with 48 and 49. But now we got 48 and 49 down. Didn't Micah swim move? Tyron? Micah, no. Yes. Micah's destroying everything out there. Micah just needs to stop. Good, thank you. Razor said, is that right? I can't really say. What about Jalen Brooks? Look, man. Jalen Brooks looks like I was hoping it was going to be Simi Fehoko. Not so much. Simi Fehoko was the one who caused that first interception and went to the buzz, hitting him in the head, and was nobody on Fehoko when he dropped that ball. So that was a big one to me. Jalen Tolbert, I don't know where he is. I don't see him. You know what I'm saying? I hear that he's doing much better this year than he did last year, but I wasn't there last year. And right from where I watch the wide receivers and watch the plays, I don't see him. I really don't. Durden is doing well, and Jalen Brooks has had 2 back-to-back days that were just like insanely good. So I'm really, really looking at Jalen Brooks at this point. All right, let me take it down. I don't know, man. Something's gonna happen with J. Lou and Bounceman Fat because we have our first 3 corners with Gilmore, Diggs, and Bland. And then Eric Scott Jr. has got a spot on this team. So will Eric Scott be a 5 or number 4 with J. Lou or Bossman Fat? Because Bossman Fat is strictly a slot corner now. And let me tell you about Bossman Fat. I just don't understand this dude. They were doing a drill, and I got the footage. I'm gonna go over it tonight and upload it. But they were hitting balls and fighting for the balls or whatever. And Bossman Fat, I was like, this one guy, I was like, man, that dude looks lazy. And then I saw the number 1, and I was like, if my eyes, who's not a real coach, can look down and see a play that looks like they're not going 100, what's the problem? What's up, Chris? I hope Zeke goes to the Patriots. I hope he goes to the AFC. Can I help understand the Texas Coast offense? Yeah, it's going to be like the West Coast offense. It's going to be a lot of little short passes, a lot of drags, a lot of slants, a lot of stuff, a lot of little stuff. And then a lot of passes to running backs. Yeah, let's go get some. Yeah, we usually have a scrimmage. I don't think they're having a scrimmage this year against another team. How big does Mozzie look out there? Mozzie doesn't look big at all. But when you get close to Mozzie, he's as thick as it gets. I mean, far away, he just blends into the players. But when you get close on, I said that on my live stream too, and I showed pictures of it. You see his traps are coming out of his back, his arms, and everything. You can tell. I know you understand this. Sometimes you're playing or horse playing with your friends, but you got that one friend that's just like Diesel, and you put your hands on him and you go, "Whoa." That's what Mozzie is. If somebody grabs Mozzie, they're like, that's what you see with that guy. Do I think the non-starting DB will develop faster when we are using offensive schemes? Probably. Oh, you got Micah's rookie card. There you go. I just talked about Princeton Fat, Cassie. What about Princeton Fat out of Tennessee? I'm a Tennessee grad. Yeah, like I said, he's the shortest one of the crew. Everybody else was at least 6'5", and then the other dude was I forgot his name already. The other tight end, John Stevens Jr., is 6'6". Any formation in practice would have Mozzie and Hanks getting together. Well, let's look at the footage I got, and we'll see. Like I said, I'll look through that tonight, and we'll see if there's some with Mozzie and Hank beside each other. But Hank made a play on Thursday. What's the word on your ceiling? Is that wood on your ceiling? Yeah. Yeah, but you know I'm outside, right? See, that's the back. You can see outside. So I have a deck up above this that looks out. So that's the roof of the underneath the deck. Yeah, it's like that when you're playing spades, Andrew. You've been there, Andrew. It's like that when you're playing spades and dominoes. You just talking mess. Oh wow, Cassie! Cassie said I was Vance hostess when he came to UT on a visit. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna put that up there. Shango, if you have room for one more place in the cave, I have an idea. Okay. Hey, look, Jar Jar, Elfo, I'm down for whatever you got in your mind. I'm down. And you know, out here, I'm gonna do a lot of shows out here too. So I might even can bring that thing out here or put something, whatever you think, man. Shango, any small details that impress you with this training camp offense run by Big Mac compared to Kellen Moore? Yes, it's the Dak's not out back there in the pocket a long time. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of throws where he's rolling out, and they're doing a lot of drills where they run. I got pictures of that where they're rolling out and throwing it. So it's a lot of movement with the offense now rather than sitting back in the pocket and forcing the ball into four curls. I haven't seen four curls yet. I would lose my mind if I see four curls. What's up? Boss man fast IG. That's what they were saying, CJ. They said he's more. They were saying he's more interested in being an Instagrammer and his rapping and all that kind of stuff than football. Oh man, it's funny you said that. And I think he got mad at Tuck for saying. But hey, dude, you are what you are, man. You can't look, man. As a person on the internet, you cannot. What people say about you, That's what you put out. That's what you put out. I feel good about Deuce, and I feel great, Kevin Lovely. Let me put it up there. I feel good about Deuce, and that's the wrong one. There we go. I feel good about Deuce, and I feel good about our running backs that are currently in front of Deuce. So Deuce is actually going to have to impress us. He's actually going to have to impress us to get that backup running back role. So we're in good shape. That's why I don't see Zeke coming back, because I feel like we're in good shape. It's got to wait till live action to see how they really look. But Deuce has to beat out Dowdle and Malik Davis to get that too, and let's let it happen. Mozzie said, I don't like football, I like hitting people. Anything on Isaiah Land? No, and I haven't been paying much attention to Isaiah Land, and I meant to, because he intrigued me coming out of the draft or whatever. So I'll make sure I pay more attention to Land. We need Martin back. Oh yeah. What undrafted free agents? I think the one that has a chance is Hunter Lupke. I think that's probably the only and Jalen Brooks. Was Jalen Brooks drafted? He was drafted. No, he was drafted. What's simple? Thanks, Mark. Who is the most vocal assistant coach? The one you can hear is hyped up. You know, I'm biased. Who's the best one? I'm biased. It's Al Harris. Al Harris has been fun out there. And Al Harris, I don't know why he's ripped. I don't know why he's in that good of shape. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's like ripped. And he's the one who threw me the ball. So I'm going with Al Harris. He's my favorite assistant coach. What's up, Ty? I need a neon Cowboys fridge. No, we're still passing the lunatic. Don't get caught up in that in the fodder. What's up, Mr. ESPN? Hey, you know I live there. I live there too. I'll let you know. You'll know next time I'm in Atlanta for sure. What's good, Patel? No, Gallimore's. The only thing I saw about Gallimore, he got hurt in one play. I had to remember what I saw with Gallimore. He got hurt, and that's it. Yeah, I got peoples to see in Atlanta, y'all. I got peoples to see in Atlanta. Exactly. I owe Mr. DC Pitt at the football game. Thank you. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. And I think I set up, if y'all saw me, I was practicing a live stream while I'm driving, and I didn't think it was going to actually go to YouTube. It went to YouTube, and it was playing Barbie World. I was like, man, that's a Spotify playlist. All the songs that it was playing Barbie World. But I think we will, on tomorrow, I think we will live stream driving into training camp, and we'll be talking and live stream with you. And I'll let him answer, see the comments and answer the comments. Exactly, Mr. DC Fitted. Exactly. Nothing but that. We got to see him play, Mark Smith. We got to see him play, because Deuce is very interesting, because he disappears. There's two things I've never seen a running back, and I showed pictures of that. I've never seen a running back that actually gets as low to the ground. So the ball, there's times when the ball is literally that far from the ground, because he's down low, and I'm like, geez, How are you going to get under there to get him? And then also during the play, he disappears behind guys easily. He's 5'4", 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", somewhere around that, really little. So he disappears behind players, and before you know it, he's over there like a little. So it's gonna look funny, and it's gonna look weird, but will it be productive? I kind of think it will be. I kind of do. And size is weird. Like with Deuce, the size really doesn't bother me because of his what he's trying to do. But with Bryce Young, the size really bothers me. You know what I'm saying? They're not the same. Greer is yeah, somebody said, I saw somewhere where Will Greer, there's nobody attempting to beat out anybody at quarterback position. Um, Cooper's not losing his job, and Dak's not losing his job. So everything is going as normal in the quarterback room. They were playing. Diggs and Dak was playing. We appreciate you too, Mr. DC Fitted. Look at that little Meggett run. Look at that little Meggett run. Like there's been many deuces. There's been a lot of little guys. It's not just MJD, Sproles. Look at that little Meggett run. Barry Sanders was a little, to be honest. No, let's go for the Super Bowl, Brent. I'm gonna put your comment up there. Brent said we have to make it to the NFC Championship game this year. No, we got to get to the Super Bowl, Brent. We got to get to the Super Bowl. You thought I was never doing a training camp again? Nah, you know I cannot do that. We're getting ready to start. We're gonna get ready to do a little practicing in a little bit. It's a little hot out here right now, so I won't make them come out. But after we get in the pool, I'm gonna make them run a few routes. You picked Dallas to beat the Giants week 1? Yep. Even Tiki Barber. Yeah, there's been a lot of shorter type running backs, man. And then you got energy guys like Pacheco. I mean, come on. Running the ball has become very interesting. He's fast. I kind of get on him because speed is what I had. I was a fast dude. So I'm like, dude, and I was always, if not the fastest, because we had freaks on my team, but I was always one of the fastest on my football team, if not the fastest. So he better work on that speed. Metcalf, nice one. We rolling a big Mont. Yep. How's my neighbor with that truck? He's about to move, man. So hopefully he's here during the fall. He ain't gone yet, and he can do a couple of shows with him. I just texted him, told him how we were doing. Let me see if he texted me back. Not yet. Oh, good. And my DP friend just called me back. There's this much of a possibility that I'm gonna make a hype video before the season. This much, because it should be started by now. So I've got to figure out some kind of concept and some kind of video. I got my DP friend who's out here working right now on some shows or whatever, and he might help me out or whatever. He asked what ideas do I have, and so we might have a hype video first time in a long time. I'll make a good one with somebody else editing, and yeah. Yeah, hype. Do we think we can keep up with Philly early in the season? Of course. I'm not afraid of Philly. Yeah, I'm finished with my I call it a studio now. I don't call that a man cave. I call it a studio. This is more of a man cave out here. Yes, it was bad, Rick. They hit Michael did on Dak. Yes, it was bad. Micah is getting on everybody's nerves, Rick. Micah needs to come out in civvies. He don't even need to have on a helmet. They don't even give him a helmet or anything because he is destroying practice. Nobody can work with Micah around. I know it's funny, but it ain't. He's seriously that competitive. He was out there on DC on Law Nation's thing. You can probably hear me saying, if you can't stop a dog from being a dog, and he's just a dog, and he needs to slow down and calm down, and he can't. You going to the Rams game? I can't leave my live stream, Mr. DC Fitted. You know, that's who I like, me Mugs. I like J. Lou as the four corners. Those are the four corners I like. Because Diggs, Gilmore, Bland, J. Lou. And J. Lou is not really working out there. He's out there doing on the ropes and all that kind of stuff, working himself back. But those are my four. Boss Man Fat is not in my crew. And then you got the Eric Scott Jr. that I feel like he has to make the team. King James, the only thing scares me in Philly is that fourth down quarterback sneak that converts first downs. That was their thing. I try to explain that to everybody. Philadelphia would not have been Philadelphia if they did not go for it so many times on on fourth down and third down with those quarterback sneaks and stuff. I'm not scared of them. Hey, Lisa. I think Joseph is getting cut too. I really do. Yeah, Scott's taking somebody's job for sure. What's up, Kelvin? Yeah, I just told everybody, Kevin, I'm not following the cheese with the Zach Martin situation. That would if we didn't give Zach whatever he wants, it would be the dumbest decision of our in the history of our franchise. It really would have. You have Jerry has no. I didn't even listen to Jerry talk about Zach, but I heard he was very uh, mean when he was talking about Zach. But Jerry has zero leverage with Zach Martin. Zero. You pay him. Pay the man. And we'll figure the rest out later. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be back in PS5. We have to pay Lamb. We have to pay Parsons. We got to pay Dak. What was that? A big old. Oh, that's a big old helicopter. Jeez. It's like a shadow just came across. I was like, what was that? It's a helicopter. Oh, we got to pay Dak. We got to pay Zach. We got to pay Dak. We got to pay. We've already paid Diggs, and we got to pay Micah and CD. They got to figure it out. Other teams do it. Yeah, none of those can go anywhere. To be honest, everybody else is interchangeable. On offense, you need Zach, you need Dak, you need CD. Everybody else is interchangeable. On defense, you need Micah and you need Diggs. Everybody else is interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? So get those locked down, those big guys that we got to lock down, and then everybody else, let them play themselves out of Dallas. We'll have to use a rookie. But those 5 players, again, it's Zach, Dak, CD, Micah, and Diggs. That's your nucleus. Running back, I totally expect Pollard to leave next year. We'll get another running back in. He should be fine. If Cooks leaves us this year and goes somewhere else, we'll get another wide receiver and be fine. What's up, Craven? No, I'm gonna be doing my live stream. I'm investing a lot of energy and money and everything into the live streams this year. So I'm gonna probably be here unless unless I have to go one time. I'll let you know. I hadn't been to a game in a long time. I like Pollard too, but there's like really a low percentage of a chance that Pollard will be back with us next year. It is what it is. What's up, Mr. Chips? I was about to hang up the phone. I'm glad you said something before I hung up the phone. Oh, that's good, Mark. Hey, Brian. Favorite tight end? I don't really have. I guess Ferguson. That's what I was telling West Coast Cowboy. It was like we wasted a number 2, a second round draft pick on a tight end, and our tight end's still gonna be Ferguson. A second should be starting, right? Not good, dude. The offensive line is not looking good without Zach at all. No, they're getting beat up. Tyron's looking good. What's our record, Shango? 12-5. 12-5. 12-5. All right, guys. Been here an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. I might come back on tonight if I get those pictures up. So I might come back on tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna go live or just make a video with the pictures of the Dak interception to who was it? The last interception he threw. I can't remember that. And the hooker call, and then we will see all the stuff from Monday's practice and Tuesday's practice, both of those. I think so, Jeremy. I'm working. I just told him earlier. I think we might be working on something, but it's gonna have to be really, really worked on because I got a lot of work to do with the streams and getting all these things good. I like this view with the streams and all this stuff, but hope it happens. All right, guys. Nashawn Wright. Thank you for saying Nashawn Wright. He just said Nashawn Wright. Thank you for saying Nashawn Wright's name. Thank you very much. He's killing it. South Carolina on fire. All right, guys. I will holler at you later. All right, peace out.
Not back in the house.
What do you do now?
It's over.